بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
One of the necessary aspects of Iman, and that is that everything that is there is in the pre-knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything in this world and everything in the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this was in the pre-knowledge of Allah azza wa jal, and that nothing happens out of the plan and out of the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we talk about predestination in Islam, predestination does not oppose free will. Because in reality, the predestination that we're talking about in Islam, it is talking about the pre-knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's knowledge is one of Allah's attributes. So when we say Allah is powerful, what do we mean when Allah is powerful? I say Allah is powerful, and then I say, for example, Abu Bakr or Zayd or Amr is powerful. Obviously we know that Allah Ta'ala's being powerful is infinite, and Abu Bakr's being powerful is finite. Is this true? This is true. When we talk about the ilm of Allah Azza wa Jal, we say Abu Bakr, he has knowledge. Abu Bakr I'm using as a name, as an example. Zayd, Amr. Amr, he has knowledge. And we say Allah Azza wa Jal has knowledge. Is there any comparison? Absolutely no comparison. Absolutely no comparison. Because Allah Azza wa Jal's knowledge is infinite, and Amr, Zayd, and Bakr's knowledge is finite. So now, when we say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala predetermined everything, qadar, qada and qadar, the decree of Allah and the predetermination of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is because of the fact that when Allah Ta'ala planned and Allah created everything, Allah did not create everything from finite knowledge, right? So I am making this cup, for example. I make this cup. I don't know anything about this cup. All I know is, for example, how to manufacture this. That is the extent of my knowledge. What's going to happen to this cup? Who's going to use this cup? Who's going to utilize it? Who's going to drink from it? Whether it's going to break, how sturdy it is, I really can't determine that. And that we call it, I cannot determine that. But Allah Azza wa Jal can. When He created it, His knowledge is infinite. So when Allah created us, His knowledge of us was infinite. So the whole picture was in front of Him when doing that. Now Allah Azza wa Jal, knowing that, because His knowledge is infinite, follow me closely. Allah knowing that does not necessitate that He made you make those choices. He made you do bad. He made Zayd commit zina. He made Amr do theft. He made this person commit murder, isn't it? But Him knowing it does not necessitate the fact that He compelled you, that this is two opposite things. Do you understand? So what this actually refers to when we talk about the pre-knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal, predestination of Allah Azza wa Jal, this goes back to Allah's attribute of knowledge. And because Allah's knowledge is infinite, then He will have infinite knowledge about the past, present, and future of everything He created. Is this true or not? If you say it is not, this is where it comes in. If you say no, that's not fair. It's not fair, then basically you're saying God has no knowledge about what He created. Basically, God has no knowledge about what He's created. He doesn't know their present, past, and future. For Allah, there is no time. When Allah created things as He knew them that they are going to be, and it came into existence. Now, as we are living our lives, Allah knows about it already. But it is working out and it is planning out as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the free will to make that choice And that is the way He created us. He created us with infinite knowledge, and He created us and programmed us with free will within the boundaries. What is our free will? That I'm born in a specific family and in a specific time and in specific circumstances. So that free will is also within a specific limit and boundary. And it cannot go beyond that boundary. You understand? If a person is born in Siberia in a specific Christian family, he has free will. Does anybody stop him from accepting Islam? Nobody stops him from accepting Islam. He has free will to do whatever he wants, but it is within that specific context and that specific boundary. Somebody says, well, this is not fair that a person is born into a Hindu family. Obviously, he's going to become Hindu. Absolutely not obvious. Thousands of Hindus have accepted Islam born in a Hindu family. And the opposite. Well, obviously, God created somebody in a Muslim family. They're obviously going to be Muslim. Absolutely not true. Thousands of people have left Islam. They were born in a Muslim family. We know, you know, everybody here probably knows somebody born in a Muslim family, but chose not to accept Islam based on their free will. Was it their free will or no? Or did God put a gun to their head? No, everybody knows. You that are sitting here right now at this moment, and I'm answering, this is a very important thing to understand because everyone says this. If God knows what is going to happen, and if we had destiny, then what's the point of doing anything? I'm already destined to go to hellfire. This is a question everybody asks about destiny. And this is very, very dangerous because you're not even understanding what destiny is. Destiny is not God's condemning you to make a choice. Destiny is God's pre-knowledge. I'm repeating this again. Destiny is God's pre-knowledge because His knowledge is infinite. His knowledge is infinite. So this is His pre-knowledge of what is yet to happen. Now you make your decision. Allah gave you life to make a choice that you want to make. So when somebody says, what's the point of doing anything good if I'm already destined to go to hellfire? You're not forced to make a decision to go to hellfire. Allah has the pre-knowledge of it because His knowledge is infinite. That does not make you majboor. That does not make you compelled. That just means that the knowledge of God is infinite. That's all it means. And it is Allah's knowing and within Allah's knowledge and then within Allah Ta'ala's plan. The fact that you chose that and this is the reason why you will be punished, and it is your choice that makes you punished or makes you rewarded. So for us to understand that Allah Ta'ala's knowledge is hidden from us. As we live in this world, we are making our own choices. The fact that Allah knows what is going to be or what is not going to be, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's, that is related to Him. But what is related to us? To make choices. And this is what we'll be rewarded or punished based upon. And that is why this actually was asked of the Prophet ﷺ himself. He said, O Messenger of Allah, is everything happening as it goes, just like that? Or is it all in the pre-knowledge of Allah Ta'ala? He said, it's all in the pre-knowledge of Allah Ta'ala. So he said, what's the point of doing anything? He says, continue to do. Continue to act. Continue to make the right choices. And everyone will be guided to whatever is within the plan and the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, as we do, and as the choices that we make, we will go in the direction that, right, whatever was in the knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal. So this is a very, very important point to understand. Why this is necessary to believe as part of our belief system is that because there is nothing that happens out of the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the point. Because nothing happens out of the control of God. Either He is a creator that created His creation and He knows His creation. Or He created a creation and then after that everybody's just helter-skelter out of God's control. Everything is happening and God has no control and God has no concern or anything about that. And this cannot be. So This is why this is a very, very important principle. That's in relation to our deeds. And then there's another aspect of qada and qadar, and that is our circumstances. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has brought about certain circumstances. When we are going to pass away, it has already been written. When is our moment of departure from this world? It is already written. If we have belief in qada and qadar, that in the pre-knowledge of Allah, all of the circumstances has already been recorded and already been written, there is a great reward in that. There's a great benefit in that. The benefit in it is this, that as Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, لِكَيْ لَا تَأْسَوْا عَلَى مَا فَاتَكُمْ وَلَا تَفْرَحُوا بِمَا آتَاكُمْ, so that you don't become hopeless and sad over what you lost. Sometimes we become so sad, so grieved, that it makes us fall into Yes, hopelessness. You go into despair. Oh, why did God do this to me? Why did God do this to me? Why did this happen to me? Whereas if you knew, this was already written. This was already written in the pre-knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you will not have any grief and hopelessness over it, because you know that it was going to happen exactly according to the pre-knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal. No matter what, you couldn't have never changed that. This is why people go into anxiety. This is why people go into depression. This is why people end up hopeless. This is why people want to kill themselves, is because they have a plan in their mind, and when something doesn't go according to their plan, they become grieved. They become brokenhearted. They become angry. They become frustrated, because this is my plan. Why didn't it go according to my plan? Because it was never according to your plan. All you can do, and the only thing you're in control of is what decision you make and how you act at that particular circumstance. So if we were to understand here, I have no control over my destiny, right? I have no control over my circumstances. But you have control over one thing. You don't have control over your circumstances, but you do have control over how you respond to your circumstances. So that is destiny, and this is your free will. Your circumstances is your destiny. You have no control over that. You have no control if, you get in a car accident. You have no control over somebody comes and hits your car. Sometimes we say, oh, we have a control. If this and if that, and what if this, and you could have parked there, and you could have parked there, and you could have not done this, you could have not done this, it would have happened no matter what. So how do we understand the free will and then your destiny, or what was meant to happen? Is that you have no control over what's going to happen, but you do have control over your response to what is happening. Something is happening to you, your response to that is, oh, why did this happen to me? I don't believe in this anymore. Halas, you destroyed yourself. That you have a control over. What you didn't have a control over, that moment, that's not in your control, but your response you have a control over. Why did my son get sick? What type of God is this? He's doing this to me. Okay, you just lost all of your reward. You lost all of your ajr. So remember that you have to know that which you don't have control over and that which you do have control over. What you don't have control over, definitely, is your circumstances. But you do have control over your response, how you respond to your circumstances. I become sick, okay, I can respond either by rejecting God or by being thankful to God, or by being humble, by being grateful, by being patient. That patience, that gratitude, that humbleness, this is all in your choice. What's not in your choice? Nobody could have changed that circumstance.